Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's October 22nd, 2022, out working on the Western garden plot yet again another day. Yesterday ended up being a very nice day, lots of sunshine. The winds picked up, which made handling the kennel panels a little bit more challenging, but things did work out. Thanks to Elon over there, the Takushi TB290 excavator. That did a lot of the heavy lifting for us. Now previously we started off by bringing up the sand around, putting on top of the mulch after getting all the weeds out of there, then putting the cardboard down to try and prevent weeds from coming up through the chain link fabric on each one of these kennel panels. Yesterday we straightened this out some more so that we'd actually have more room inside of this Western garden plot. So and yesterday we started using the weed mat system. So like I said, we extended this, we put an extra gate in here. I changed out one of the panels so that it would be a longer panel. That gave us a little more space at this end. But we put down the weed mat, and then we use some paver bricks on top of the weed mat to try and reduce the chances of the chain link wire from penetrating through the weed mat in the future. So any penetrations through the weed mat allows noxious weeds to start working their way up through there. With a 3-foot wide weed mat that we've chosen here, it allows us to be able to put the honeyberries, space them along on the other side, and use another weed mat on the other side of it to reduce the amount of work that we actually have to do to maintain our garden plots. I guess one of the things that I'm probably not clearly explaining is, it's over the years, when you manage a garden plot, you realize how little time you want to spend maintaining it, watering it, weeding in there, thinning the material, whatever it may be. You want to have it as functional, have it be as ergonomic as possible, so that you're not hurting yourself when you're working in the garden plot. And over time, it's sort of like those people who live in, who opt for van lives or tiny homes. You have to learn how to live in a new space, and you learn what's needed, what isn't needed, what's sort of a waste of time, that sort of thing. And gradually over the years, we've learned an awful lot. And certainly by protecting these spaces, by using the kennel panels, it's keeping the deer from getting in there. Is this perfect? No, but it's pretty darn good. So the weed mats, we had short pieces from our other gardens that we used along in here. We curved them by using garden staples around there to hold the edges down. Use the bricks. Now some of them aren't touching yet, but they will once we get the ice storms and the snowstorms and all that. And on the inside, you can see there's cable ties here holding these panels, and there's T-posts supporting it. So they drive down through the sand, through the mulch, into the earth, and they help to maintain the vertical posture of these kennel panels. So clearly defining the parameters of your property or of a garden plot, and knowing how to organize it so that it's less effort, you're not squeezing in between different plants, you're not getting soaking wet in the morning dew in plants because they're just overhanging and all. You're not trying to get behind a plant to do the weeding behind it because it's such a hassle to get in there. So it's understanding all the spaces that are in there and making it as manageable as possible. So since this worked out so well so far, and of course we won't know for a couple of years just how well it does work out, and certainly sheet mulching using cardboard to decrease the penetration of weeds coming through it, it's a temporary solution because the cardboard is going to break down. In 1 year's time, by this time next year, this will all be broken down. So what I'm going to do today is repeat what we did over here. So yes, I'm going to take this down again, use Elon to try and level this all out, just like we did, excuse me, flatten this all out so it's like one plane. This is a little lumpy bumpy. We'll take the cardboard, we'll use it probably over where the fig trees are on that area of the property. And then we'll lay down weed mat over here. And the cardboard, it'd be fine to leave it here. The cardboard is just carbon source for the microorganisms. It's absolutely fine. But I think what we'll do is take this down for now, get the area leveled out, and then put the weed mat down, put the staples down, put the bricks down. We only have so many bricks left. And then get the kennel panels back up. So that's one of our objectives for today. It really takes quite a bit of time, and we've been pooped each day, but at least the weather's getting nicer. So here we go. So it has turned out to be an absolutely beautiful day today, and Thea and I just got the kennel panels back up. I really like this system. It'd be great if we had a wider panel than this and we could bring it out a little bit wider. It short changes our internal dimensions, but it's not bad. So this is what it looks like. The only penetrations through the weed mat are where the T-posts that support each of these kennel panels. So that's pretty good. Just walk around so you can see. It is a windy day, but it is real sunny out here. Pretty good. I like this. We got our one gate here, so we have a couple of gates that are easy to get back and forth, and that way we can get back and forth to the work area as well. So I have to make a little bit of a step here since it's higher now, the ground. I'll end up raising this gate up a little bit here, the wide one. This is the first section that I had done previously, and I've got it up on the 4x4 with the idea of the 4x8x16 blocks down there. And that's high enough that I can weed whack underneath it. But we'll get the honeyberries in the ground today, since they've been out of the ground for a couple of days after digging it up over there. But then we'll have to take our measurements in here and decide what the spacing of the rows will be so that we get full weed mat coverage in here to reduce the chances of dealing with weeds coming up. And that's for our thornless blackberry plants that we'll bring down in here. And it's just, maybe I will redo this section here and put the weed mat underneath this, just so that I don't have weeds and quackgrass working its way up underneath the weed mat here. So we'll take a look at the weed mat around from the inside dimensions here. And there are staples holding it in. I'm not sure if these are galvanized staples holding the weed mats down. I've had so much trouble with ordering the galvanized staples and sending us staples that are not galvanized. So this is nice compost, nice soil all along the inside here. So this is where the honeyberries will be going along in here. And by changing the dimensions of this, we're able to widen this out so it's easier to have a nice walkway around. And instead of it just being cardboard right up to here and weeds coming up, now we got the weed mat there, and we'll put some honeyberries right along in here as well. And then we'll put fabric down in the paths here as well. And the blueberry plants right there. So that's it as far as the main changes that we were going to do to our fencing here in the western garden plot. It's given us more room. It's gotten rid of 90% of the weeds that are there. There's still some chunks of the root systems down below that we will have to deal with. We've leveled it out so it's not lumpy bumpy, the contour of the chain link. And oh, I was going to show you. So here's one of the T-posts here, as you can see from the inside. So here's one of the T-posts down in. We have the double reusable cable ties, 3 layers of those on it, and that's the only place that the weed fabric has holes, is either where the staples go through or where the T-posts go through as well. So we at least have our fence up. Someday we'll change this chain link fencing to more of the lighter weight painted over galvanized metal fencing panels that are much lighter than these ones, and they don't twist your back as much trying to do this. Thank God we have Elon the excavator to do the work. So that's it. now it's on to getting some plants back in the ground. Hope you folks enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Share it with your friends. And by all means, folks, take good care of yourselves. Think about the future. What sort of planting do you want to do? Perennials are always a good choice if you can fit it into your space, your time, and you're going to be located in one place long enough to reap the benefits of harvesting year after year. Take care now. Bye-bye.